Ever wondered, while scrolling through your phone, watching TV, or paying your internet bill, just how much stuff one company could possibly own? And more importantly, how much all that stuff is actually worth? I'm talking about Rogers Communications, that giant in the Canadian telecommunications landscape. You know, the one that seems to touch almost every aspect of our digital lives. We've all seen the ads, heard the name, and likely used their services. But have you ever stopped to think about the sheer scale of their operation? How much money are we really talking about? Is it billions? Tens of billions? More? And how did they get there? What's the story behind the numbers? Let's be honest, we're all a little curious about the financial titans that shape our world. We want to know how the game is played, who the big winners are, and what it all means for us, the consumers. So, let's dive into the world of Rogers and unravel the mystery of their net worth. To understand Rogers' current financial standing, we need to rewind a bit. This isn't a company that popped up overnight. Its roots stretch back to 1960, when Ted Rogers Sr. founded Rogers Radio Broadcasting. He had a vision, a dream to build a media empire. And while he tragically passed away at a young age, his son, Ted Rogers Jr., took that dream and ran with it, transforming it into the telecommunications behemoth we see today. Over the decades, Rogers has strategically expanded its reach, acquiring key assets and building a diverse portfolio. They weren't just content with radio. They moved into cable television, then cellular services, and, of course, the Internet. Each step was a calculated move, a building block in their grand plan. Think about it. Cable TV in the 80s, the explosion of cellular phones in the 90s, the internet boom of the 2000s, and now, the data-driven world of today. Rogers has been there, adapting, evolving, and capitalizing on each technological wave. But it's not just about being in the right place at the right time. It's about strategic acquisitions. One of the most significant was their purchase of Microcell Communications, which owned Fido, back in 2004. This instantly solidified their position in the wireless market. Then, of course, there was the highly publicized and ultimately successful acquisition of Shaw Communications, a deal that reshaped the entire Canadian telecommunications landscape. This Shaw acquisition is a game-changer. It significantly expanded Rogers' cable and internet footprint, especially in Western Canada. It's a massive undertaking, and it's still being integrated, but it's already had a profound impact on their overall value. So, how do we actually calculate the worth of a company like Rogers? It's not as simple as adding up their cash on hand. We need to look at a variety of factors, including their market capitalization, their assets, their liabilities, and their overall financial performance. Market capitalization, or market cap, is a good starting point. It's essentially the total value of all the company's outstanding shares. You can find this information on any financial website that tracks publicly traded companies. But market cap alone doesn't tell the whole story. We also need to consider their assets. This includes everything from their physical infrastructure, like cell towers and cable lines, to their intangible assets, like brand recognition and intellectual property. Then, we have to factor in their liabilities, which are their debts and obligations. Financial reports, like quarterly and annual earnings releases, give us a detailed look at these numbers. These reports break down revenue, expenses, profits, and other key metrics. They also provide insight into the company's future plans and strategies. Looking at recent financial reports, it's clear that Rogers is a massive enterprise. Their revenue is in the billions, and their assets are substantial. But they also carry a significant amount of debt, particularly due to the Shaw acquisition. The Shaw acquisition itself is a complex financial maneuver. It involved billions of dollars and required regulatory approval. It's a long-term investment that Rogers believes will pay off in the years to come. But it also adds a layer of complexity to their financial picture. Beyond the raw numbers, we need to consider the company's overall performance. How are they performing compared to their competitors? How are they adapting to the changing market landscape? What are their growth prospects? The telecommunications industry is constantly evolving. New technologies, like 5G and fiber optics, are changing the way we connect. And Rogers is investing heavily in these technologies to maintain its competitive edge. They're also facing increasing competition from other players in the market. Companies like Bell and Telus are vying for the same customers, and new entrants are constantly emerging. This competition puts pressure on Rogers to innovate and provide better services at competitive prices. Furthermore, regulatory changes can have a significant impact on the telecommunications industry. The Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, CRTC, plays a crucial role in regulating the industry, and its decisions can affect everything from pricing to competition. The public perception of Rogers also plays a role. Customer satisfaction, brand reputation, and public trust can all influence the company's financial performance. Negative publicity, such as service outages or pricing controversies, can damage the company's image and affect its bottom line. So, after all this, what's the final answer? How much is Rogers actually worth? The answer, as you might expect, is complex and constantly changing. Based on recent market capitalization and financial reports, Rogers' market value is in the tens of billions of dollars. However, this number fluctuates daily based on market conditions and investor sentiment. It's important to remember that a company's worth is more than just a number. It's a reflection of its assets, its liabilities, its performance, and its future prospects. Rogers is a major player in the Canadian economy, and its financial performance has a ripple effect throughout the country. It's a company that's constantly evolving, adapting to the changing market landscape, and investing in new technologies. The Shaw acquisition is a significant milestone in Rogers' history, and it will likely shape the company's future for years to come. It's a bold move that has the potential to transform the Canadian telecommunications industry. As consumers, we have a vested interest in the financial health of companies like Rogers. Their performance affects the services we use, the prices we pay, and the overall state of the Canadian economy. So, the next time you're scrolling through your phone or watching TV, take a moment to appreciate the complex financial machinery that makes it all possible. And remember, the numbers you see on the screen represent more than just dollar signs. They represent a story of innovation, competition, and the ever-changing world of telecommunications. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.